Gina Niclosius, here also in the house, running customer service, training all the newbies. Let's give her a hand. We love customer service. It's beyond an honor just to get a chance to be with you and to share with you some things that I've learned. And along with Laura Bacini, who gave me an invitation to be a part of this. And Laura, we love you. Thank you so much. The great team of Dan Kennison and Ray, who sends his love to you today, and the wisdom and the help we get from Susie and Eric and all the leaders here is just phenomenal. Let's start this off. Let me ask you a question. Are you running for your lunch, or are you running for your life? Okay. A couple things that I want you to kind of keep. Don't read my notes. I'm going to set them there, all right? All right. Trust me. We'll find out if you're a woman of integrity here in a minute. Just a little bit of background. I'm born and raised in Kansas, and Kansas is not like what you see around here. Kansas is so flat, you drop a marble on it, it won't go nowhere. You know what I mean? Here you drop something, it rolls up one hill, down the other, and you got a duck and the whole 9 yards. So, whole other ballgame. Matter of fact, Kansas is it's so flat that when I was 6 years old, my dog ran away. 3 days later, I could still see it running. We live so far out in the country, we went towards town just to go hunting. All right? And I mean, that's out there a little bit. But a couple of keys to putting your business together is, you know, and if you just really, literally want to blow this marketing plan up, which is only about 10 months old, 11 months old right now, and for some of the enhancements that they made a year ago, right when I came in, and Joe King and the other team when we came in, you want to blow this thing up and have the marketing plan just love on you and just caress you and bring you forward. One thing you got to know, I just left that over here real quick, but you got to know on this board where you're at in life. Honestly, where are you at right now? And then you have to know where you want to be. A lot of people know where they're at. Most people are just, you know, in a situation where they're just, you know, getting by. They're living, you know, there's more month than there is money. Does that make sense? To where things are a little bit tight. So you got to be honest about where you're at. Then you got to be honest about where you're going to be. And one thing you're going to do before this weekend is over is get with your person that invited you here, which they have paid you the biggest compliment you've ever been paid in your entire life. They've invited you to be a part of something that could literally get yourself free. It could free up your kids, your grandkids, and their kids. Okay? And so, but being honest about where you're at and where you want to be. If you want to have an explosion in your marketing business, one thing that has to come first is you. I'll just go draw real quick. The best way to do this is just draw this. The first circle in your business, right here, the first circle starts with you. And if you become the best person in your business, the most dedicated person in your business, doing what needs to be done, the first circle starts with you. You got to make sure, I mean, don't even think about it. Don't tell me you're a leader and you don't do a $200 purchase. That first circle starts with you. If I go into your house, would I find toothpaste that's made by Sizzle? Would I find mouthwash that's made by Sizzle? Would I find laundry detergent? What do you do in your closet? And don't just be in Sizzle. Let Sizzle get in you. Because when Sizzle takes that 18-inch journey from here down to here, then you can make an impact. And what we're about with Sizzle is making an impact. What we're about is changing lives. You got to know what you got your hands on. We just went through that facility. I could take a tour of that day after day after day. Someone said, you're going to go again? Because I went on a tour yesterday. If they were doing one this evening, I'd go on tonight. If Fabian said, I'll take you through a private tour, I would do it in the New York Minute. Just to see what we got our hands on. It is huge. It is dynamic. It is like the world has never seen. Other companies don't have this. And if they want this, they come to us to get it because they can't do it. So know where you're at. Know what you got your hands on. And when it comes to our company, guys, we don't have to get into my dad can beat your dad up with other companies. We just simply fly them in, let them go through facilities, try some Triangle Life, end of discussion, it's over, done deal, let's go forward. That makes sense? The second thing you got to know is not just what you got your hands on with Sizzle, but what you got your hands on when it comes to you. How awesome you are, how powerful you are, and what's what. Someone's seen something in you. They wrote out a list of names. They put your name on it, and they were looking for winners. They were looking for achievers. They were looking for someone that they knew could run with this thing, and they wrote your name down on there. Your name.
Yep.
Precious woman, right here, put my name on a piece of paper, and had the guts to call me, and knew the timing when to call me, so she had guts and wisdom. Does that make sense? And now we get to run together. We get to build something together that's impacting other people's lives. One of the first names I put on there was Joe King, his sister Katie, Mary Ann, and we started running together. We started just believing each other. We started working together with Laura and Ray and Dan and just making things happen. And so understand that you have value and that you matter. That you're worth something. Someone put your name on a piece of paper because they knew you could do this thing. All right? Someone told me, says, well, I don't think I'm worth a whole lot. I said, really? I said, let me just ask you a question, okay? And they said, I don't know if I'm worth a whole lot. Let's just start right here. If I was to give you $1 million to take a blunt axe and whack off your right arm for $1 million cash, would you take it? How about if I took a blunt spoon and carved out both eyes for $2 million apiece? No. And see, that right there is already $5 million, and we're just talking about 3 body parts. How much is the real person worth? How much is the woman inside worth? How much is this person that, you see what I'm saying? We're just talking about body parts. She's waiting. Don't tell me you're not worth something. Come on. You're worth something. Yep. You have value. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I'm a little fired up. You have value. She's afraid he's going to take up an offer or something. You don't need any more coffee, and so just understand that you matter. So if you make the first circle work. The second thing, that when you're working on that first circle, you know what you need to work on every single day? And Warren can tell you, I have good days and bad days. Dan will tell you, I have good days and bad days. You know, and bad days are, what we want to get farther from the team. But your attitude matters. Your attitude, if they say attitude's everything, you better believe it is. Attitude will dictate your altitude, how high you fly. See, you're not meant to be on this planet to sit there and just scratch with a chicken. Just be a chicken scratcher. You're meant to be an eagle. Yep. You're meant to soar. You're meant to fly. You're meant to accomplish things. You know, Susie and Eric do so much every day. Dan does so much every day. Orbertini's conquering the whole world every day. And here's why. Because they know they're eagles. They know they're not meant to scratch out a living, but to soar with eagles. And to fly. And just to accomplish. So you work on your attitude. When it comes to attitude, there's a couple things I know about attitude. Bobby, you're awesome. Bobby, double hugs. Everything you do, you're just amazing. This guy has switched on attitude every day. Every day. Yeah. There's 3 things I know about attitude. 2 of the first things I know about attitude I love. The third one I hate. Okay, I loathe it, which is worse than hate. When it comes to attitude, point number 1, everybody has one. Attitude, when it comes to attitude, everybody has one. Who knows got an attitude? And everybody has one. Everybody has one. Are you with me yet? Yep. Okay, I thought we lost you. Number 2, it's either positive or it's negative. There's no in between. Everybody has an attitude. Here, get my good side. Ready? All right. It's either positive or it's negative. Everyone has one. Everybody has one. It's either positive or what? Negative. There's no in-betweeners. It's either positive, switched on, doing something productive, or it's negative, doing something that is deproductive, tearing others down, tearing yourself down. And people get stuck on stupid when it comes to their negative attitude. Amen. I don't mind if you have a stupid attack once in a while. When you get stuck on stupid, then we have a problem. Does that make sense? All right. Has anyone ever told you the definition between dumb and stupid? Everybody's dumb at something. Whether it's rocket scientists or building a factory like Tom did or underwater basket weaving, everybody's dumb at something. Stupid is when you go do something you're dumb at. So, point number 1, attitude. What was point number 1? Everybody has one. Point number 2 is what? Is what? Positive or negative. Period. I'll use my lapel mic here for this. Now, point number 2, what happened? Point number 3 is this. I don't like point number 3. Point number 3 irritates me, frustrates me, challenges me. I can't stand it. I wished it wasn't true. I wish point number 3 did not exist. I wish I could wipe it off the map. I wish I could say it doesn't matter. Point number 3 just doesn't matter, but it does. Point number 3 on your attitude is this. Your attitude is 100% transparent. Yes. Wow. 100% transparent. Perfect. One guy in the front row sat there and said, well, how do you know? Oh, just guessing. Yes, guessing, baby. story. And everyone around me started cracking up laughing. Just guessing. You're not gonna. Hey, how are you doing? You all right? Just snap some shots. These guys are good. 100% transparent. And so when you wake up in the morning, everybody's got a fresh slate when it comes to your attitude. You decide whether it's going to be positive or negative. Are you going to have challenges? You bet. As long as you're hanging around people, you're going to have challenges. It doesn't matter who they are. You will have massive challenges as long as you're hanging around people. And so the third thing I want to talk about is you've got to know what you're focusing on. So point number 3 to what we're talking about here, to blow up a business, to explode a distribution system, and when it comes to you being the very first circle, my team's not doing nothing. Well, it's probably because they're duplicating you. Why do you want to play patty cake, baker's man, stay in the 45-year plan as long as you can games? Why don't you get someone to wake up with sizzle each and every day? It's because maybe your belief and your attitude is not where it needs to be. So the first circle starts with you. It starts with you. What's your attitude like? I can talk to you in less than 5 to 10 seconds to tell you where your attitude's like. I can tell you by just the way you walk in a room sometimes. All right? You know, when you see these leaders, when you see Aaron Renner who just walked in the room, he is fired up and focused. He's red hot and rolling. He's revved up and ready. He's wanting to see this group explode. Just explode. When you get your attitude right, it's going to explode. So, what are you focusing on? You got to learn this when it comes to business. You got to focus on what you want to have happen as opposed to what is happened or has happened. There's people I get on the phone and they just live in drama. Well, I live in drama too every day. I love drama. But my drama is positive drama, going forward drama, helping somebody drama, not what was me drama, not every complaint drama, not all the complaints and junk and blah, 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 pew, pew, pew. You've got to know where you're headed. When it comes to this business, maybe you ought to just focus on heading here. Yeah. You know? You've got to focus on, you say every day, I am a 5-star. I am a 5-star. 5-star. I am a what? 5-star. I'm bringing on who? 5-star. I'm recruiting who? 5-star. I talk to who? 5-star. I want to believe that everyone we're running to wants to be a what? 5-star. And since the first circle starts with me, the very first person I want to believe that's going to be a 5-star is right here. And then our team is here. When Laura and I talk, we talk about 5 stars and getting 5 stars and getting 5 stars. I want to bring busloads of just 5 stars. Wouldn't it be fun to have a red carpet event where only 5 stars were invited? And we built this room up. That's what I'm talking about. Love it. But what most people do, they don't focus on 5-star. They focus on the little dot. The little dot represents all the little chunky, negative, little whitey. I was going to say whitey butt things, but I'm not going to say that, right? And, all the little whitey things that come into people's lives. That's what most people focus on. I got a back order. When I get a back order, I go out in the street and do a happy dance. Because that means we're going so fast that when they do their projections, we miss them.
That's right.
Yep.
Amen.
I love this.
Yep.
I want their analyzers just to be as nervous as a termite in a yo-yo. Okay? I mean, I want them to be all tense and tight because they can't project what we're going to do because we're switched on, we're fired up, we're focused. So let's look at this a little bit about the dot. The dot is the negative things in your life. All right? Dot's the negative things in your life. The negative things in your life. The junk that messes you up. All right? Come on up here real quick. Yep. All right? Are you from Canada as well?
No.
No? Okay, come on up, you're welcome. Canadians aren't today because of the hockey thing, but outside of that. No, we love our buddies, Now, let's do this. Now, stand right here. I want you to see this dot. You see it? I'll let you hold the board. And what we're going to do is put this dot right here on your, ooh, sorry. Right up. No, team. Not right there. Now, everybody, make these hand gestures. Do this. Do that. Do that. Do it backward. That's a swirly number 1. Okay. Well, I told you what it was. Okay. Now do that one again. All right. Now, tell me this. What exact hand gestures did everybody make? And in what order? Do you know? Why? Why don't you know?
Because I couldn't see them.
Why couldn't you see them?
Because the dot was in my face.
Dot was in your face. Dot was in your face. The dot was in your face. I'm going to tell you something right now. Hang here, right here. When you're focusing on the dot, you can't see the team.
Amen.
You can't see what's going on in the team.
Yep.
When you're focusing on the dot, it blocks everything else out. I would rather her be focusing on this as opposed to this. Okay? I want her to see this, not that. I want her to be focused on that. So how do people get on the dot? Well, usually the circle starts with you. If you're on the dot, you're going to infect your team with the dot, and then all you have is a bunch of dot heads. I didn't quite come around just right. Don't want you to do that. We don't want you focusing on the dot. The dot will destroy you. It's disease. It'll tear you to pieces. I'll share the dot sometimes that something that's bugging me. I might share with Aaron, might share with Bob, I might share with Dan or with Laura. And when I do that, we deal with it as quick as we can and we move forward. You know, if I was the best thing you can do is someone comes up and I did a seminar like this one time. And I had everybody fill out all the questions they had. They probably want to sit down.
Have her hold us. Keep out there.
I was sitting on a chair and I had to write out questions, and there was about 300 questions there for me to answer. And I read a question, and it was something like, what do we do with the back order? And I read the question, crumpled it up, I said, sponsor a new person. What do we do about this? Crumple it up and sponsor a new person. How about that? Crumple it up, the answer is sponsor a new person. You're never happy when you retell a product that morning. Or if you do like Barbara did, sign a person up on their way up here to this morning. Bring a new business partner into business. So you've got to master focusing on what you want to have happen as opposed to what has happened or is happened. And then you've got to ask yourself this question, is what I'm going through, does it even deserve dot status?
There you go.
Probably not. Dot status means you don't get paid. Does that mean any of your other people aren't going to get paid? So I ask you a question because my time's up. I want to respect that. I ask you a question. Are you running for your lunch or are you running for your life? The story goes about these two old boys. They just country's cornflakes. And they're sitting out there on the porch, just whittling away, not talking a whole lot, sitting there whittling. And the guy looked at his buddy and said, you see that there dog right there? Yep. He said, that dog's the international championship rabbit dog of the universe, don't you know? He looked over at the dog, looked back at his buddy. Just looks like a dog to me. He said, I'm telling you, it is an international fastest rabbit chasing dog there is. It'll get a rabbit in a New York minute. He goes, I got 3 trophies for the International Championship Rabbit Dog of the Universe Award right inside. Do you want to see them? He looked at the dog, still just looked like a dog. Well, about 2 minutes later, they're just whittling away. All of a sudden, out from underneath that porch, a rabbit comes flying out from underneath that porch. And that dog took up and jumped off that porch like lightning hit him in the hind end and started chasing that rabbit down, and he was moving 90 to nothing, and that rabbit was moving lickety-split and just gone. And his buddy looked at him, he says, I bet your dog can't catch that rabbit. He said, what are you talking about? That's the International Championship Rabbit Dog. He's going to have that rabbit in a New York minute. And he goes, no, I bet your dog can't catch that rabbit. I bet it can't. I bet it can't. I bet it can. I bet, okay, here's $20 that says it won't catch it. Put $20 on the table. About 10 minutes later, here comes that rabbit running right in front of him, and that dog was right on his hind end just like that. There was 14 other dogs behind it, and understand if you're not the lead dog, the view's always the same. And it doesn't smell good either. And Chase said, he goes, I told you your dog's not going to get that rabbit. She goes, my dog's going to get that rabbit, I promise you. 10 minutes later, 14 dogs came up to that porch. They collapsed, tongue hanging out, panting, no blood, no fur, no nothing. The rabbit got away, clean as a whistle. He said, and then just a little bit, the rabbit would hippity hop over the corner, back underneath the dill. He said, I told you your dog was going to get that rabbit. He was down with glasses. Wait a minute, before I pay you off. How did you know? That dog wasn't going to get that rabbit. He was left with something. He said that dog was running for his lunch. That rabbit was running for his life. When you're in the 45-year plan, you're running for your lunch. When you get in sizzle, you're running for your life, your partner's life, your family's life. And that's what this is all about. We love you. We believe in you. You are what it takes. You don't just have what it takes. You are what it takes. And God bless everybody.